great morning or whatever time it is for you right now. It's another adventure in the Bhagavad Gita and its core teaching of Samatvam, being essentially yourself. Today, we are going to review the verses we did yesterday with a slightly different take. And it's important to review because we as human beings forget. For example, my partner forgot that I do this every morning, which I understand because sometimes I go, I hope I don't forget tomorrow morning I have sun. And there's laundry. And this has been happening for what? This is day 173 or 174 or something. So after hearing things one time, we might forget. Let's revisit yesterday's verses, chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. And I'll be reading from the poetic side, the poetic translation, if you have the book with the two translations. Arjuna speaks, O Krishna, if you deem knowing superior to action, then why do you counsel that I take terrible action, long-haired one? You confuse my intellect with seemingly contradicting words, so speak for certain the one way by which I may reach the best ends. So in the Gita, Krishna acts as many things: a spiritual advisor, a best friend, a cousin, a fellow warrior, a charioteer. And Arjuna is appealing to various aspects of him now. One thing that jumps out when I read it today, which is different than yesterday, is in verse 2, you confuse my intellect with seemingly contradicting words. So what we're talking about today is, yesterday we talked about Arjuna wants to know the one best way, the one best path. And something Krishna does throughout the Gita is go, this is the best path. This is the best path. No, this is the best path. Trust me, this is the best path. And they're all different paths. And part of the idea is there is no one best path. Objectively, it's what's best and most relevant for you right now. And we can see the contradicting words occurring. I'm thinking of, hey, Jesse, happy graduation. Thinking of you. Around graduation time or career choice time or marriage choice time, a young person might say, this is what I really want. And even though they've been brought up by very loving family members, caregivers, who have said probably something like, I love you no matter what, and do what makes you happy. When we get to this age, and this can be any age, we're like, this is what would really make me happy. Then we hear these seemingly contradicting words of, oh, but that won't make you money. That won't give you fame. That won't make you secure. That person's not good for you. That yoga path is not good. We hear this in the yoga world sometimes. That path is too traditional. That path is too modern. That. Okay, this path has too much of the Gita in it. This path has not enough of the Gita in it. So if there's only one best thing that's relevant for us now, what we also have to be willing to understand, if we're going to use that, well, this is the best for me now, which we should, because that means we're listening to our inner self. Then we have to respect the fact that others may be listening to their inner self if they pick a path that we don't particularly agree with. Okay. And this is so key to the Gita, is learning how to apply these principles, not just inside, but outside ourselves, because everything we do outside is a mirror of what we're doing inside. If we tend to judge people a lot, okay, and think that path that they've chosen is good, they're a surgeon, they're a rocket scientist, and that path that person's on, a trash collector, a cleaning person, that's not so good. we're doing the same thing when we think within ourselves. That might apply to our lives. We go, cleaning, not so good. Taking out the trash, I should be out working or something else. Or if you follow commercials, I should be out drinking alcohol in the woods with buddies because that's the best path for the weekend, right? When we judge others, we're setting ourselves up to judge ourselves, and vice versa. But sometimes it's easier to see when we're doing it to others. We're probably doing it to ourselves so much that it's ingrained and we can't even notice it anymore. So we can take action today. Note just where you're judging others based on their choices, what they think is best for their lives. Because if you're doing it outside, you're probably doing it inside. So if you can learn to become more accepting of others and go, that's the best path for them right now, while this is the best path for me right now, you just might see the world change around you. Shall we? We're going to practice our standing pose and then our meditative practice. Here we go. Hello, laundry. Switch. Fresh. As we sit together today, I do invite you to reflect upon how you judge others and their choices, and what that might be saying about your internal relationship to yourself. See you in 5. Beep, 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 beep. I think. Welcome back. I was sitting there and my internal timer went off a while ago and I'm like, what is up? It looks like I hit the wrong timer today. I hit the 4 hour and 5-minute timer instead of the 5-minute timer. So, yes, we went about 5 minutes. Wow, my timer's pretty good there. See how these things can happen? Even when we do things day after day, we forget. Well, that's why every day is a wonderful new opportunity to explore our relationship to the world, to the Gita, and to each other. I hope you got some valuable insights from our meditation today. I hope you'll join it again tomorrow. And whatever path is the best for you today, know that you have at least one person out there who accepts and supports you wholeheartedly. Until next time.